Proper battery installation. When it comes to anything electrical, the way it's installed is going to determine whether it will work or not. When wiring your solar system, running the power directly to your batteries isn't going to cut it. The sun's energy is gathered by the solar panels, then feeds to a DC breaker box. Going into a breaker box protects everything after the solar panel and will allow you to safely work on any device. From the breaker box, the power goes through your charge controller and out to your batteries. The power then goes out to another breaker box and into your inverter. The second breaker box will protect the inverter and will act as a main disconnect to the house. Unless you're powering just your dog's house with solar, no system will have just one battery. Most systems will actually have more than 4 batteries, even if it's just a backup. All the batteries will need to be wired together in such a way to accommodate the desired voltage of your system. Wiring multiple batteries in series multiplies voltage. Series means going from the positive lead on one battery to the negative lead on the next, and so on for all the batteries you want. Wiring your batteries in parallel will keep your voltage the same, but will multiply the amps. Parallel means to run the positive lead of one battery to the positive of the next, and so on. An example of this would be, if you are running a 24-volt system and have 8 6-volt batteries, 4 of those batteries will need to be wired together in series to acquire essentially one large 24-volt battery. The remaining 4 batteries will need to be wired in series as well to create a second 24-volt battery. Those 2 large 24-volt batteries will then be wired together in parallel. Any connections to and from your batteries should be made to the positive lead of your first battery and to the negative of the last. The batteries cannot be connected together using any old wire you have stored in your garage. When connecting batteries together and making connections to and from them, the wire size can actually make or break your system. All wire sizes will have their own maximum amperage rating. If you push higher amps through too small of a wire, it will get hot and, depending on the overcurrent, could melt the wire. For example, let's have a look at a 24-volt system running 5,700 watts. To figure out your amps, just take your total wattage divided by your voltage. So, 5,700 divided by 24 equals 238 amps. Number 2-aught American Wire Gauge, or AWG, has a maximum of 283 amps. Number 1-aught has a maximum of 245 amps. It is not recommended to be too close to the maximum amperage, since you will be at a constant charge for 6+ hours of the day. So to be safe, jump up to the next size. It may cost a bit more up front, but it will save you in the long run. Just like your car, the battery should not be stored in the same place you'll be spending a lot of time. This doesn't mean that your battery should be locked away in a dungeon buried 20 feet under your house. Some batteries, like flooded type lead acid batteries, release hazardous gases while they are charged. This gas is very toxic, and with your system potentially having 8 batteries, could be deadly. These batteries should be stored in a well-ventilated room. A room with an active ventilation system is better. All batteries are rated at a temperature of 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is the ideal operating and storage temperature for a battery. Most batteries will begin to freeze at a temperature of 16 degrees Fahrenheit. However, this is if the battery is left at a 40% charge. If your batteries are charging and discharging, the electrolytes are in motion, which, like humans, will help prevent freezing. On the flip side, for every rise in temperature of 15 degrees above 77 Fahrenheit, the battery loses a whopping 50% of its life expectancy. Once the battery is damaged by heat, it cannot be restored. If you don't feel comfortable deciding what size wires you need or in what order to wire your system, then get professional help. It never hurts to ask questions. With something this complex and, well, let's face it, expensive, you don't want to make any mistakes. Use our website, solarflix.com, to calculate the cost of solar for your home, or call us for a free consultation with a solar engineer. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, we have many more videos to help you at solarflix.com.